Hey boys, welcome back to the channel, and it's gonna be the start of a brand new series on the channel. We're gonna be starting up some KFC Supercoach BBL. The BBL fixture of Supercoach opened up, I think last Saturday. I think you could start making your teams. Obviously, it's fast approaching. It's when does it usually start? Like middle of December. Middle of December? Actually, no, I think the first game is the 3rd of December. So honestly, it's like a month away. Obviously a little bit away still, but I thought I would make this video just to sort of go through my very initial team. It's definitely going to change from the team I've got here. But I thought I'd just get a team out there and just talk about it. I'll make a league, and obviously closer to the due date I'll put up like a final team, and I'll talk about the league for you guys to join for people that want to play along. Now I did make a BBL Supercoach last year, but I didn't keep up to date with it because, and I'm not guaranteeing that I'll keep up to date with this year's as well. Like, I pretty much watch every BBL game I can. I love the Big Bash, dude. It's a great tournament. Honestly, extremely good. Very, very entertaining, very good. But it's hard to keep up to date with Supercoach. And the reason, obviously, Rugby League is perfect. You know, every week, every team plays. You can set your team, all this. Like, it's all well and good. Obviously, buys screw people over. But at the end of the day, it's very basic. It's very easy to work around. The BBL, just the way the rounds work, it's way more difficult to sort of have a team. You've really got to play the fixtures, and I don't know. I sort of lose a little bit of focus with the BBL Supercoach just for that reason. Like, I'd like to have a team and not have to make so many substitutions, but I don't know. I'll see if I can actually work around it this year and see if it's not actually that bad, because I don't know. It might not be horrendous. We'll see. But, you know, I'm looking at the fixture for this week, and because some people might be like, what do you mean by the way the rounds work? So the first round, round one, the Sydney Sixers, they play twice in the first round. The Sixers play twice. They play on Friday, and then they play on Sunday. The Brisbane Heat, they don't play at all in the first round. So at the moment, in my team, I don't have any Sydney Sixers players, so I'd obviously have to fix that because the way it works is if you have a Sydney Sixer and he plays twice, then you get both of his scores. I'm pretty sure, unless they change it, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So obviously, if you put your captain as a guy that plays twice in a round, then he's going to get massive points. And likewise, if they don't play that round, then they don't get any points. But we'll work around it, and I'll see how we go. But at the moment, I'll go through the team quickly. It'll change a lot from this, so don't get too bound up with it. But at wicket keepers, we have Josh Inglis, who I thought was excellent last year. You know, Australia have a lot of really talented and good young keeper batsmen coming through. I mean, it was sort of topped with Josh Philippe. Like, he just set the world on fire last year, and the year before, I think he came on the scene. But Josh Inglis, dude, he looks the absolute goods. So at the moment, I got him, but you know, Philippe, because the Sixers played twice that first round, Philippe's probably a pretty good option as well. And then I've got Peter Handscomb as the reserve. I mean, he's really cheap, 97k. I don't think Handscomb is going to get back into the Australian team anytime soon. So I think Handscomb is a decent little backup option, because he didn't play that many games last year. Yeah, he didn't play that many games. He's obviously moved to the Hurricanes this year, and he's always done pretty well in BBL. So I think at 97k, I think Handscomb's a pretty good option. Yeah, pretty good option for sure. And then our batsmen, we have Glenn Maxwell, who's probably our absolute star with a couple others. But Glenn Maxwell, the all-round ability, it's sometimes a little frustrating with Maxwell if he doesn't get too much of a chance with the bat. But, I mean, he can get wickets, he can get run outs. He can do it all. He's a great option. Jason Roy, who is back. He's playing for the Scorchers this year. Did he play last year for the Sixers or the year before for the Sixers? Honestly, I can't. I'll be honest. I don't really remember the BBL much last year. I don't know why, but I'm sort of last year and the year before just sort of jumbled up. I can't remember which year was which, but I know when Jason Roy first played for the Sixers, he didn't perform very well, but for England in limited overs, he's been a bit of a gun. So I think him coming back this year, I think he'll do a good job. He's up in the air though, because I don't know how many games like the England players will play. So we'll see. We'll see if Jason Roy is going to be playing many matches if he stays in the team. Chris Lynn, obviously Chris Lynn had not a terrible year last year, but not one of his best. And as you can see, he's a bit underpriced, only 131k. I think last year when I was looking to make a team, I think Chris Lynn was one of the higher price. I think he was up around 200k. So he's definitely underpriced for what he can do. If he's fit and playing, then Chris Lynn I think is a very good pickup at 130k. Usman Khawaja, again, extremely underpriced. I don't think, Khawaja is probably not going to be getting back into the international team anytime soon. So I think Khawaja is an absolute must-have. I'll say it right now. He is a must-have in your BBL team. 115k. Khawaja's a gun in BBL, dude. Will Pekowski, 42k. He's obviously coming off a massive double ton. Now this comes, obviously he looks very tempting at 42,000. He's just scored a double ton in Sheffield Shield. He's tipped to make the test level at some point. He could even get into the squad this year. So obviously that's something to keep an eye on. But also, I don't know. BBL is a different beast, dude. I don't even know if he's going to get a start in the Stars lineup. I'll see. Obviously, it all comes down to who gets picked in the team. Is he a short form player? I haven't really seen too much of him in short form, so I don't know, dude. We'll see how he goes. But 42k at the moment, he's definitely a guy to keep an eye on. And then our backups here, we have so many per Scorchers, dude. Obviously we can't have this many from one team. It's terrible. So it'll change, but there were so many really good players from the Scorchers. Because as you can see, Cameron Green here, 62k. He is Cameron Green. A lot of young players they talk up. It's always a bit, everyone sort of looks at it like, are you really talking this kid up? Most times they don't really come on like they say. But Cameron Green looks like the absolute goods. He's been batting incredibly in Sheffield Shield, but he's an all-rounder. And he's been out with injuries, obviously, so he hasn't been able to bowl. But I think I thought they said he was a better bowler than batter, but he's just been scoring runs. Again, I don't know if he's going to be playing in the Big Bash. We'll see what happens, but he is at 62k. He could even get a call up to the test side as a squad member, as an all-rounder. I don't know if he's back to bowling yet. I think he did actually, or he's close to. I'm not too sure, but 62k. Again, it depends how the teams shake up. Ashton Turner as well. In a couple of years ago, Ashton Turner was a standout in the BBL. He was knocking down the door of international selection. And then last year, I can't remember what happened. Did he get injured? Yeah, he was out injured for a good chunk of last year, wasn't he? He had I know he's had shoulder injuries before, because that's why he hasn't been able to bowl. He was always a handy little off spinner. But what did he do last year? I can't remember the injury, but he didn't play much of the season. Actually, can we see? I want to see. Is it gonna show me? Oh no, I need Supercoach Gold, which I'm definitely not gonna pay for. Actually, let's. If I go here, I'll trade him out. It does actually show the what's it called? Also, another good one here, actually, Jake Weatherald. He's 122k. I'm thinking probably get rid of Jason Roy for Weatherald would be a decent pickup, because again, Weatherald had an okay year last year, but not at his absolute best. Average 42, but he's definitely underpriced at 122,000. Sam Harper, not bad. But where is Ashton Agar's found a bit of form, but he could be in the test squad. Ben McDermott, very, very cheap. He had a bit of a weak year last year as well, but he's got a lot of talent. I love McDermott. Ashton Turner. Yeah, he only played the seven matches last year. So yeah, didn't have much of an impact, but I mean, he is really underpriced for what he can bring, for sure. Cameron Green actually played 12 matches, but I feel like I'm surprised he played 12 matches. He definitely he didn't get much of a chance, for sure. Like, he came in pretty late down the order every time, but yeah, I think he's definitely a potential. And then we have the bowlers. So Rashid Khan, I mean, is he a must-have? Maybe not. We'll look at the bowlers. I didn't mean to click that, but we'll look at the bowlers for a sec. I mean, the top of the line bowlers. I mean, Rashid Khan is like, is he the best? I mean, they. The funny thing is they have Darcy Short as a bowler, because I mean he did get a few wickets, so you can pick up Darcy Short, who it's not a bad option, honestly. Having Darcy Short as one of your bowlers, that's a pretty tempting offer. We could actually, I mean, we have plenty of money to spend. Darcy Short, Sean Abbott. I'm surprised he actually averaged so high. Only played the 7 matches. Tom Curran, decent pickup, but again, I'm worried about matches. I mean, he played 14 last year. Daniel Sam's one of the guns as well. But I mean, Rashid Khan, I mean, he's always just going to pick up a couple of wickets. He can score some handy runs. Really good. Muhammad Nabi, also very, very tempting. But then we have Riley Meredith, who I actually thought he was pretty good last year, but I think he's got another level to go to. I really like Riley Meredith, and I think at 184, it's not a bad pickup. Jai Richardson. Honestly, let's go Richardson, because I got too many scorches. Even though I like Richardson and I think he's good, but Darcy Short, we'll just put him in there for now. Rahman here for the Brisbane Heat's back. He's pretty cheap. He didn't play that many games last year, but he's one of these guys that can definitely pick up wickets. He only played the 6 matches, so again, we'll see if he's tipped to play any more than that. You don't really want a guy that's only going to play a few games, but he's a guy that's underpriced for what he can do. And then I've got Will Sutherland as well. I'm not, honestly, watching Sutherland, I haven't been a huge fan of his. I haven't thought he's amazing, but honestly, he's been pretty good in first class cricket this season. He's looked pretty sharp. So at 79k, depending how the Renegades line up with their bowling attack, Sutherland could leap forward as a bit of a star in the BBL, I feel. And then we got Big Billy. Big Billy Stanlake had a bit of a shocker last year. He was honestly pretty rubbish. He played 11 games, averaged 20, had a stinker, and I think he's a pretty handy pickup, because he's got the talent. He just had a bad year last year. He's obviously gone to the Stars. So we'll see if he can pick his form back up. But I think 75k, he's a very good backup player, or you could start him for sure. And then at the moment, I've just got Jack Wildermuth, who again, he's gone back to the Brisbane Heat, which I like. I think that's a really good pickup for the Heat because, you know, he's got that all-round ability. He can hit a big ball. He can bowl well. So only played the 7 games. I think he will play more for the Brisbane Heat, and I think he could average pretty well. So I think he's a good pickup as well, Wildermuth. So there's a little first video on the Big Bash Supercoach. I rambled on for way longer than I thought I would, but yeah, if you're interested, let me know in the comments section. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.